but something I thought was interesting that appeared in the three of your presentations, and that connects with the work I'm doing, which is why it stood out to me, is around this idea of belonging and how these various technologies connect with helping to create a space of belonging. Um, so I haven't really formed the question yet, but I wondered if any of you wanted to make a further comment on that or a comment on where you see that going um, as technology continues to shift.
Um, I mean, I think there's different ways that belonging came up in our talks, but one thing that I could connect with that, Simon said is thinking about doing research with and for people. And I mean, to me, that's more, it's a process. It's, I haven't, don't think I'll ever say I achieved that. It's more of a sort of orientation towards, or a sort of value statement towards the type of research I want to do. But so when you open yourself up to that, you actually create these really um, rich relationships. And the way I sort of experience belonging in my work is that Athletes First ended 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Um, Today, I've had Facebook messages from one community co-researcher. I've seen a Kickstarter that was started by one to help out another. I know several are probably following what we're doing right now on Twitter, and that it also touches with what Natasha said of, people have different access to you as a researcher that they haven't had in other sort of research contexts. And it makes me feel like that project's kept going. And like what we formed was, there's the research project part of it, but it was also the networks we formed as part of the project that really, to me, have been the more valuable output. And I feel a sense of belonging to the group that participated in Athletes First. But I also feel a sense of responsibility. I know how much time they gave to help me with my projects, and it really was, it was my doctoral dissertation. I got the degree out of it. They didn't. And as a result, they would never send me a request that I wouldn't respond to because there's a sense of reciprocity in those relationships as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Andrea, they're really good points to make. And if you go back to all the work around social capital, people want to enjoy what it is that they want to enjoy, and your values, in a sense, have to align. So, working with disability for sure, but also my other experience working with Indigenous communities and communities from people from different ethnic backgrounds as well. You've got to spend time with community to gain that trust. And from that trust comes a building of networks across those groups. And that's a really important conduit for understanding the group. And one of the greatest learnings I had, and I'll bring the tech bit in at the end, was we did a 2-year project with the Ministry for Arts on disability arts partnership projects. And again, predominantly people with intellectual disability who I hadn't had a lot of experience with. And we just used to hang out and participate in their creative process idea generation. And there were a number of people with high level intellectual disability who most of the time weren't very communicative. But on one of the young women who doesn't say much in the interactions with the group would spend time away storyboarding her ideas, and then would just present these wonderful presentations on where she thought the artistic work was going. through pictures, through diagrams, and having spent time away from the group in that asynchronous sense, developing her ideas to contribute back. And she present to people unless she knew them for a while. So it was sort of 4 or 5 or 6 of these meeting group opportunities where we saw that bonding and sharing start to really develop.